Hi everyone, I'm Joelle.
And I'm Bjorn.
Welcome to River Green. The right address connects you everywhere. Today we have come to the last part of our 5-part series of our YouTube education series. And we are going to zoom into the growth potential of River Green today. Let's jump straight. So when CCR costs the same as RCR, what's going to happen? Let's look at the chart. Okay, if we go back to 2015, you realize that the gap between the RCR and the CCR is actually 25.89%. And in 2018, the gap has widened to become 33.8%. And when this happens, let's look at the growth for RCR itself. It's only 13.92%, whereas your CCR has achieved 27.54%. So you realize at this point, when the gap widens, actually it gives you a very big potential. Your CCR, it achieved a 9.18%. If we fast forward till today at 2025, look at what is the gap. Guys, 2.98%. Can you believe it? How is it even possible? Your RCR and your CCR, they are meeting. Okay, they are meeting. The gap is almost negligent.
So moving on, what will be your opportunity within CCR? Let's take a look between the comparison between CCR and RCR, and you will see that there is this pattern that we actually saw. Yeah. So every time, right, the market moves up and moves down. Okay, but you will see the numbers over here that whenever it goes down, right, okay, it will come back up to about 30%. Okay, so you can see that these are all the instances over here. Okay, and right now, guess where are we now? Okay, so the market has moved down. Okay, and it has went down below 25%. So what it means to us, right, is that it's going to head back up to the 30% gap again. Okay, and when that happens, right, assuming this price gap is just at 30%. Okay, and RCR prices now starts at 2736 per square feet. Okay, your CCR will be costing at 3908 per square feet, right?
That's right. And frankly speaking, this 3,900 per square foot in CCR today is already in the market. It's nothing new.
I think I've even heard of units, right, that have attained above 6,000 plus per square feet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think these numbers do not lie. Okay, and I think that is pretty practical over here.
Okay, now let's look at the D9. Okay, so in D9 itself, we have 4 MRT stations that serve the neighborhood. So we have your Newton MRT, we have your Orchard MRT, Somerset MRT, and Great World MRT. Okay, so let's look at the 500-meter radius of the MRT. I think 500-meter radius is really a very comfortable walk that many people aims to stay within. If you thought about like 1 kilometer, probably you'll need to like really sweat a bit and just like...
Stay within 1 kilometer. I think they have to walk 15 minutes.
Yeah, correct. So we zoom into what is the potential, okay, and how's the growth like within 500-meter radius of the MRT in District 9. So for Newton MRT, we see that the growth from 2015 to 2025 is 17.13%. For Great World MRT, is 38.44%. And for your Orchard MRT, it's 7.65%. Whereas for your Somerset MRT is 15.07%. So it's very clear who is the winner in this battle.
Okay, moving on forward, we take a look at River Valley, and I want to compare 1 kilometer between Great World MRT and then of course properties that are within 500 meters within Great World MRT to see how is their price growth like. Okay, and as we can see over here, okay, the red line, right, is the one, right, that is 1 kilometer from Great World MRT. And they have already achieved 67.02 growth for the past 10 years.
That is about 6.7 annualized.
Yeah, annualized 6.7%, which is pretty healthy. I think this is a good number. But let's take a look at Great World 500 meters within. We see that there is even more growth. So it's like, what, 10.6%?
Yes, 10.65. That's right. So guys, not all River Valley are equal, okay?
And of course, one more last point to add, right? If you will take a look, right, within 500 meters of Great World MRT, I don't think that this is the peak yet because we have actually hit higher price before. So I think that 106 is a very, very conservative number that we are looking at here. Do you think about it, Joel?
Wow, then that is great news for us, right?
Yep.
So annualized return, 10.65%. Okay, and when you outperform your neighbors year after year, your potential is limitless.
And I think that residents in District 9, they also know that which area, right, actually gives them the highest growth. So I think that if they were to actually buy a second property, this will be somewhere that they'll be looking at, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, we take a look at the comparison, okay, regional safety net. Okay, we actually compare during year 2015 to 2025 again. I like this 10 years gap because I think that, you know, over time, the numbers don't lie. Okay, so for 2015, we take a look at OCR prices. It was starting at 1016 per square feet. Okay, and then of course, in 2025, OCR has already attained 2158 per square feet. So I think it's more than double. Okay, and then of course, for RCR itself, it was at 1523 per square feet. Moving on forward, it came up to 2736 per square feet. CCR itself, right, is underperforming. So you can see that, you know, in 2015, okay, CCR prices were 2055. And as of now, right, it's 2820. What it means for you, right, is that, you know, there is still a lot of upside potential that is coming along the way. Okay, if you see that OCR and RCR performance, I think that it has more or less saturated. So I think that the next wave, right, will be actually coming will be in CCR. Okay, so I think most buyers will be looking at this area here to look at and to lock in to potential profits.
Yeah, if I can enter the same price in CCR and RCR, if they are same price, why do I choose RCR when I can go into CCR? We should go for the best, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's look into the indicative price matrix here. Okay, prices has not been released by developer yet, but this is just purely our own speculation. Okay, so let's look at the box up one. We are looking at 3,000 to 3,200 per square foot. Okay, that is a very conservative gauge that we are giving everyone. So assuming if we take the price point at 3,000 per square foot, so what is the possible starting prices we are looking at? For your one bedroom, 420 square feet, we are looking at 1.2x million. One plus study, you are looking at 1.3x million. A 2-bedroom will be 1.5x million. 2-bedroom premium, which is our 2-bed, 2-bath, we'll be expecting from 1.8x million. 2 plus study, 1.9x million. 3-bedroom will be 2.3x million. This pricing is like, what pricing? 2.3 Can you believe in River Valley? My goodness. Okay, so the other 3-bedroom at 2.6x million, which is the biggest one at 883 square feet. And lastly, our 4-bedroom from 2.9x million.
I think we hardly see any 4-bedders over here in the market in River Valley that will actually command this kind of price. Most of the floor plates in River Valley are pretty big, right?
That's right.
So I think that, you know, for a 4-bedder, okay, to buy into River Valley, I think it's a very, very good entry point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even if you look at the resale market right now, if you were to, let's say for a 2.9x million for a 4-bedroom, some probably you can only get a 2 plus study.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we take a look at first movers advantage, and these are the two parcels. Okay, parcel B has yet to be named. Okay, initially we take a look at Wing Thai's top bid. Okay, at 1325 per square feet. I think that, you know, when the government came out with these two GLS, developers did not have any confidence. So I think during that period of time, there were only another one more bid. So in total, there was 2 bids. Okay, for parcel A. So the moment actually Wing Thai came into the area, okay, the second one was Guaco Land, and you see that it suddenly went up to 5 bidders. So what it means right now, right, is that, you know, there are another 5 more developers, right, who have yet to actually have any land over here, although they actually bidded. So, you know, can see that demand is actually starting to increase, and of course, Wing Thai being the first mover, right, of course, in terms of pricing wise, you also receive the first mover advantage. Okay, we take a look. We zoom in now into the area here. Okay, the overall master plan growth. Alright, so you can see that over here, right, we are at River Valley. Okay, and closest to us, right, we are at Fort Canning. And you can walk from hill to hill, meaning to say that, you know, from Fort Canning Hill, you're able to walk all the way to Pearls Hill. Okay, and next thing, right, of course, you take a look on top. Okay, as we bring back the orchard, what does it mean by that? Okay, orchard right now, right, is going through decentralization. And after this is completed, right, you see that, you know, there will be a huge rejuvenation of the area. And this will definitely benefit River Valley greatly. Okay, and of course, connecting the green and the blue. Okay, we want to connect all this greenery to the water bodies to make sure, you know, you have a very nice view of town. Okay, of course, we can't forget about the heritage area within River Valley that stretches from, you know, Clarke Quay, Boat Quay, Robertson Quay. That's where all your shop houses is. You know, all these things, right, actually represents the history of Singapore. So I think that, you know, the government will definitely work on it to actually improve this area. So next thing, right, of course, they want to enhance connection to Singapore River to allow everybody, right, to actually have this experience of the Singapore River. So definitely you will actually have more businesses, you know, more offices over there, so that more and more people can really enjoy this area, which is unique to us.
Yeah, okay. After all, we only have one Singapore River,
precisely.
Right?
Okay, and lastly, right, of course, there is this transit priority corridor as well as the rail corridor to Marina Bay. Okay, this whole area, right, and the introduction of these 2 corridors, right, will really greatly enhance this area and the vibrancy over there. Okay?
Wow, sounds like very exciting plans ahead.
Yeah. So Joel, you want to share with them what is the exit strategy for River Green?
Sure. I believe when we talk about exit strategy, the first thing that comes to our mind is timeline. Right, so are you going to hold it in terms of like short term, 4 to 6 years? It can be mid-term, it can be a long term, right? So if you're looking at a short-term investment strategy, you can actually definitely aim to sell upon TOP to ride on the first wave of the TOP price jump. And that is also where we expect your CCR and your RCR price will normalize, right? The price gap will normalize. And if you're looking at 6 to 10 years, which is a mid-term, definitely you enjoy the good rental yield in River Valley itself, right? We can actually expect very good tenants base, professionals aspect, and family offices as well. So this is where you can actually unlock the premium resale demand as Orchard transformation and the TEL network fully mature.
I think we have also seen just now, right, where we actually showed them, the 10 years mark and the cost of the capital appreciation over there. I think that to target 30% should be quite safe.
I think it's very safe there, right? Okay, so if you want to hold longer, long term, 10 to 15 years, you can continue to enjoy your attractive rental yield while waiting out to exit after the entire URA transformation has complete and when District 9 scarcity peaks.
Alright, so we have come to the end of our 5-part series.
Hope you enjoyed it so far. I'm Joelle.
And I'm Bjorn. If you are actually interested in this project, feel free to contact any one of our ERA teammates.
Center your life in District 9.
See it,
share it, attain it.